you want to crush your competition, that's when you romp on the pedal.
But right fucking outside that other person is everybody else. So yes, you might be better than yourself, but are you actually getting better where you need to be?
And they start playing on defense instead of offense. The thing is, when you start doing that, it's so hard to build momentum.
These companies, these Walmarts, these Targets, they do really good marketing. You start playing that Christmas music on November 1st when it's still 2 months away. That gets into everybody's like subconscious. So then like, oh, it's almost Christmas. So everybody just starts letting off the gas.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Totem Podcast. I am Monico Carrillo. Welcome. Here we got
Erick Carrillo here on the other side of it. Guys, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. That we really appreciate it. And also remember that an act of rebellion is to question.
Cool. So we're going to be doing a little segment always at least once a month or so. Just me and Eric just talking some points, some stuff that's going on with
more just focus on us too, and just kind of focus on maybe more current event stuff or how businesses could keep improving themselves, and save the interesting topics for the guests.
What was that topic you got, Eric, that you wanted to hit that?
Yeah,
Halloween was a few days ago.
Yeah, Halloween was a few days ago. And I saw on social media that there's like this video circling around. So it's like a doorbell camera, like a Ring or whatever, and usually for Halloween, people, if they don't want to hand out candies, but they still want to give candies to people, they'll just leave out a big tub of candy out at their doorstep, and with a sign like, please take one. And this video is basically, it shows this family who just runs up. They all gather around the tub of candy, and they all take handfuls and stuff it into their bags until there's nothing left. This thing was like, it was a big tub of candy, and by the end of it, and 10, 15 seconds later, that was empty. And they like came in, ran, got it, took off running again.
So is it good or bad then, or what?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of thoughts on this. There's like a lot of controversy on the internet because there's some people saying that like, it's Hispanics, and there's open borders right now with like Bidenomics and all this stuff. Like, that's not okay. The Hispanics are ruining the stuff, and they're trying to play the race card on it. But then there's also the other side that doesn't want to. They don't even like think about race in the first place, and they're like, yes, this is like a problem, but not because of the race, but because these kids there's two moms with each of their kids. They all just run up, and I think that's the problem, that people are just. They're not like paying attention to like what they're teaching their kids, and it's like what we talk about all the time with like other people here on the podcast too. It's like your kids learn from the examples you set, and these people they're just running up and just stealing candies, and they're showing their kids that that's okay to do and stuff. I mean, it's not okay. And I mean, it's like little shit, but it's what we talk about too. It's like how you do small things, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
But too, do you think maybe to the point like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't took the fucking candy, maybe they shouldn't have took it. Yes, but like the person out there not putting them on blast was the person. Maybe I don't know why they didn't. Maybe it was too lazy to sit out there and actually give candy. And if you put a whole tub of candy, you're expecting to give the whole tub of candy out. So like, why are you complaining when it's gone?
Yeah, that's also like another way that people look at it too. It's like,
how do you look at it though? What do you think?
I think if we're just like looking at it like big picture, like yes, like why are you fucking being petty, taking the time to record this video, editing it, putting it on the internet, when if you didn't care about Halloween enough to like sit out there with like the people and like actually hand out candy. But then to the people that are like, oh, is this like a race thing or is this like a not thing? It's like, race doesn't fucking matter. It's like how you're raising your kids. Because I think we can all agree if like everybody respects the please take one candy, everybody's gonna have a funner, better overall experience. And usually the people or the areas where that's respected are like nicer areas, or people who actually take pride in their shit.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But overall, big picture, I think it's kind of fucking petty. Like, you wanted to give the whole candy away, or the whole tub of candy, so just fucking give it away.
I'll tell you something that kind of pissed me off and grinds my gears. Like, kind of on the Halloween thing, is those parents that go with their kids and they don't dress up for Halloween. As you guys all know, you guys probably see me out there. I was the Avatar. We're the Avatar family. But it's like, dude,
pretty good looking Avatar family.
Fucking great.
Makeup's on point.
Fucking great. Yeah, it was awesome. But thanks to my wife for doing all the makeup for us. But like, dude, you go out there, you think you're too cool because you don't want to dress up as Halloween. Like, dude, like, dress up. Like, why are you going to go out trick-or-treating and not dress up with your kids? Like, oh, I'm embarrassed what they're going to say. Or people are going to laugh at me. That looks weird. Like, yeah, that's the fucking problem. You keep living your life of what other people are going to think of you. Oh, they're going to laugh at you. My buddy's at work. So the thing is the impact or whatever you're going to have with your kids as they grow up. Are they going to remember the parent that was always... yeah, my dad never wanted to do that, or my mom didn't want to do that because everybody was going to laugh at him. And then guess what? All your insecurities go to their insecurities, and it just keeps going and piling and piling.
The parents don't want to dress up now, but then that makes the kid not want to dress up when they're 10 years old. And it starts putting like that doubt or that fear in them since they're like little.
Dude, these kids are like, I want to say they're probably like 10 years old. Some are older and they do dress up. Some of these kids were like 13 years old around there. But they got their AirPods in though. They look pretty freaking cool though, dude.
Fucking
I'm gonna
AirPods.
tell you, they look pretty cool. They're not dressed up or anything, but they going up to the houses to give them candy. Like, if they show up to my house, dude, I ain't giving you fucking candy, bro.
Sad topic. If you have fucking AirPods and you fucking wear them all the fucking time, even when you're talking to fucking people, fucking idiot. Take that shit out. I hate that shit. Yeah, like, yeah, I know they're high tech. You can hear other people talk. No, that's fucking disrespectful. Take that shit out.
Are they just trying to show? Are they just trying to show that they got like money?
Of course.
They're just trying to show like, look at me, I got money.
Yeah.
Cool, bro.
This is exactly what it is.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. It's fucking disrespectful.
And what's funny is the people that can actually afford those things, can actually afford 10 AirPods, don't do that. Don't have them like that. It's the people that can afford them, are the ones that are, I guess they can't afford them because they have them. They just spent 2 months trying to work for them, And now they're trying to, it's just, don't even get me started on that.
Take those shits out.
Take them out. Take them out. Throw them away. But Eric, now transition a little bit. Now going into business. As businesses are coming, momentum, it's the snowball effect. Momentum is really hard to build up. As we're getting in these months towards the end of the year, what starts happening? A lot of businesses, they start going like, hey, cruise control, like, hey, we're about to get the year in, baby. Like, it's okay. Like, the market didn't take us out yet. We're going to survive for 2024. And they start playing on defense instead of offense. The thing is, when you start doing that, it's so hard to build momentum that what happens, all the momentum you had during the year that you had that made your business or whatever have a great year financially and stuff, and it was growing, it's going. It gets to these months, you start pressing the cruise control, you start playing on defense, and what happens in January, it just takes you so much more just to like, that lawnmower when you haven't turned it on all winter, and it struggles to start.
Fucking struggles.
That's how your business is every beginning of the year. Why? Because you've been playing on defense for the past 3 years, just trying to chug through it, just trying to get through it.
But it's always like around this time of year where not just business owners, but like everybody's like, we're nearing the end of the year. It's fucking it's already Christmas, and that's because there's these companies, these Walmarts, these Targets, they do really good marketing. You start playing that Christmas music on November 1st. When it's still 2 months away. So that gets into everybody's like subconscious. So then like, oh, it's almost Christmas. So everybody just starts letting off the gas, even though they still got 2 months left in the year.
Yeah, and if you want to crush your competition, that's when you romp on the pedal. That's when you start going faster because your competition ain't. That's when you start waking up a little earlier and doing a little extra stuff because your competition's sleeping in, half-assing it. Like, dude, I said it the other day, like, you might be better than me, you might be more talented than me, you ain't gonna fucking outwork me. And I'm being serious. Like, you ain't gonna fucking outwork me. Because I know people right now are not taking that time. They're just like, it's almost relaxed time. They're just like, oh, yeah, buddies, yeah, let's go to dinner, do this. Fuck that. Like, no.
It's almost, they say that it's almost relaxed time, but then it's the same shit they were saying like in the summer because, oh, it's summer, you gotta enjoy the nice
What are you
weather.
relaxing from? from the mediocre life you have. Like, dude,
If you love the life you have, you wouldn't need to take a break from it.
you wouldn't need a vacation. But
and then
here we are.
Now is also a good time. Like, as we talked about, like at the beginning of this year, what are like your New Year's resolutions? Like, what are your goals for the year? Now's a good time because you should run your goals down to go back and read your goals and see if you actually hit them.
Dude, even if you did it, you got 2 months.
But like for business owners too, like you should run goals for your business, but then you should also write goals for yourself. And like this is the time to go back and review the goals. Like, did I hit them? Did I not? If I didn't, cool. I still got 2 months left to try and hit them. Like, you still got time to be able to grind it out and still keep going. It's not time to quit right now.
That's exactly the mentality that differentiates a winner from a loser. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to be a winner. I want to be a winner. I don't want to be a loser. The thing that people don't realize is that winner loses a lot more times. It's just that once he wins, they're like, oh, yeah, he got lucky. Like, no, he's lost a couple times before. But the thing is the loser mentality. That's the thing. That's the difference. The mentality is everything. Both of them are going to lose, but the mentality of how each one takes it is a completely different level on it. And that it goes back to the writing your stuff down. That's the problem. A lot of people, like you said, you should have wrote it out. Maybe you didn't. That's what's separating you from the other guy actually hitting their goals and achieving their stuff. You don't even know where you're going in life. You don't even know what you're going to do today. You don't believe me? Go ask somebody like, hey, dude, what are you doing today? Or what are you doing tomorrow? I don't know, probably go to work and do this. So you're just living and reacting like, no, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Of course I have to do this, but I have to do X, Y, Z. I got to play with my kids. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat healthier. Whatever it is, like, do it. Like, the problem is that people, they do that reactive life. They get on that magical thing called a cell phone, and then they jump on that thing on social media, and they just kind of get lost through it, I think.
There's so much to it on that they just get lost. But it kind of reminds me of like what a popular saying is like, you got to be better than you were yesterday. Like, you got to be better than the person you were. Like, yes, that's true. You always got to be better than you were. And then it's always like that competition with you and yourself. But it was Andy Frisella. He's like, yeah, it's always competition with you and yourself. But right fucking outside that other person is the whole fucking everybody else. So like, yes, you might be better than yourself, but are you actually getting better, like, where you need to be? Because it's always good, like, to not like be comparing yourself with people, because then you'll see super successful people doing what they're doing, and then you get all discouraged or whatever. But there's people at your level that are doing the same thing you're doing, and they're kicking your ass. So it's important to keep in mind, like, yes, you are getting better than you were the day before or the day before that. But then it's also, to a certain extent, like, I think it's good for you to compare yourself to other people. Not all the time, but every once in a while, check in. Like, how's my competition doing? Okay, I'm kicking their ass. Let me just step on the gas instead of letting off the gas and stepping on the brakes.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people, they compare themselves. Like, who do you compare yourself to? They compare themselves to the wrong people, I guess you could say. Like, oh, I'm doing better than over here, Susie. But yeah, Susie's not cutting it. You know, so it's who you're comparing yourself to.
And it's also healthy, I think, to look at other successful people and be like, oh shit, they're killing it. I want that. So it serves as motivation. As long as you use it to service you as motivation instead of like depression. Hell yeah.
It's because it's the perspective they have on stuff. Because they see that successful person and they're just like, yeah, I'm never going to be there. I'm never going to be able to get there. And the mentality of the other person, like, they use that as motivation. Like, dude, I'll get there one day. But it's all perspective on the thing, on the on how you see it. Bad stuff's always going to happen. Just get used to it. Get used to bad stuff happening. It's always going to happen. And yeah, I think we aspire sometimes, most times, I guess you could say, we aspire stuff from different people. Just because you do stuff for them, you're like, oh yeah, or whatever.
You expect them to do it to you.
You expect them that they would do it for you. And it's like, Mom, I love you. Dad, I love you. But it's like, a lot of people, dude, you can do the worst thing ever. And your mom's always going to be like, you can be the ugliest fucking kid. And your mom's going to always love you. They're going to love you regardless. They're look at my handsome boy. And looks like freaking Shrek or something. But they're going to love you regardless. So it's like, they're going to love you regardless if you got money, if you don't got money, if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're ugly, if you're handsome, if you're in shape or not, whatever. So it's like, why not try to be this person? They're going to love you regardless. They're going to love you regardless if you don't work or if you work a lot. Mm-hmm. It's just how you see the perspective of it. Like everybody thinks like, let me get this clear. Like no one's here to save you. Like everyone, the entitlement thing, like they should feel sorry for me. They should give me all this. Like, dude, no one cares. Everyone's going through their own struggles. Nobody cares.
But where does that entitlement come from? Like where?
From the parents.
Why does like all of a sudden people think like they're entitled to shit?
I think the government found a really great opening and they just snuck in through there. And they're like, hey, this would be great because now that you were kind of dependent on them. But I think it still comes. I don't let the parents. I'm a parent myself. I don't know if I'm the perfect parent. The only person that can dictate that is my kids, and not my kids now, because they're gonna adore you sometimes. They're gonna hate you at other times. It's my kids in 15 years. It's not now. That's the only person that can dictate if you're a good parent or you're a bad parent. But I think it's always, you can't let the parents off the hook. Like they're really lazy on the stuff they do. They're like, they'd rather sit there on the phone, mess around and stuff. Mm-hmm. Take the easy way out. Like, how does it feel? How do you feel after you just ate like a couple donuts? Then how do you feel after you just ran like 2 miles and just smashed a workout? You were dying through it, but how do you feel?
You feel like dog shit for both of them, but then after you do the workout, you feel like dog shit, but you feel accomplished. You feel proud of yourself.
And that's the problem. I don't think the people do that nowadays. So how are they going to be able to show their kids how to do that?
Well, it's because it goes back to like what they say. It's, I love myself too much. Like I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna go do the workout because I don't want to be in pain because I love myself too much. When you should flip it and be like, no, you should do it because you love yourself too much.
No, you don't.
When you're going through hard workouts, like I'm putting my body through this because I love myself, not because I hate myself.
Yeah, no, dude, that's
like yes, you can like say like, oh yeah, I fucking hate how my body looks, but you turn that into like, I'm doing this shit because I love my body and I want to take care of myself.
No, that's a complete freaking lie, people. They just want to cop out. Like, I'm doing this because I love myself. Like, I love myself. That's why I treat myself good.
Treat yourself.
Treat myself like a king. Let me eat that fucking pizza. Like, dude, that's not treating yourself good. Because if you don't feel good afterwards, you're doing it. If you have to hide it from other people because you're doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. Like drinking, if you're drinking over here with the weekends, like, better not tell my wife. She might. I'm going to go with the boys and have a beer. I better not tell her. Better just tell her we just did something. Like, dude, if you have to hide that stuff, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Mm-hmm. Or you're with the wrong person. Either or.
Yeah.
But it's just, it all comes down to perspective. How do you see the stuff?
And that's one thing people need to take into account at the end of the year. Perspective. What kind of perspective are you going to have? Are you going to just sit around, be lazy for the rest of the 2 months of the year? Or are you going to get on your shit, set some new goals that you want to accomplish for the rest of the year and actually go through it?
Yeah, and it's the stuff. We go through the struggles too. We're not perfect. We go through it, especially if you're a business owner. What's something that you want to do in your business the last 6 months and you haven't done it? You've been putting it off forever. The best thing, they say the most dangerous man is a man that does one kick 10,000 times. Not that does 10,000 kicks one time. So it's like sometimes we just need to focus on one thing. Like, don't try to make everything in your business perfect at once. Just get one thing and tweak that.
Focus on one thing.
And once you got it kind of settled in, and then get another thing and then tweak that. Maybe that first thing didn't work, or maybe it did work. And then you get another thing and tweak it. It's always tweaking. It's always adjusting on the fly. That's what the best business owners adjust in chaos. And the ones that can adjust in chaos, they're not going to be business owners much longer, I think, because the market's always changing. And that's what sweeps the rug out from underneath them. They think just because it worked today, they think it's going to work tomorrow. It might, but it might not. Especially when you don't even got a plan, you don't even know where you're going, and you've never adjusted anything in your business like lately. Like, honestly, there's a lot of businesses out there that haven't adjusted nothing in their business within the last like 3 years. They've just been running, and they're just in business because the market is there. But what's going to happen when something innovative comes in that industry? They're going to disrupt it, and you're going to be gone.
Or they think they're doing good because they've been doing the same amount of money they have for the past 3 years, without taking into account inflation and the cost of everything going up. So in reality, they're making less money.
Yeah, people don't think of it. They don't like to think of it that way, because then now they're responsible. They got to be held responsible for what's happening in their business, and a lot of people don't like carrying that burden of responsibility, because then it looks like they're the ones that messed up. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. Couldn't have said any better. So, guys, with the last 2 months left in the year, what are you going to do? Are you going to take action? Or are you going to sit there and watch everybody else go by and pass you up?
Yeah, guys. If you guys like these topics that we touch, if you guys like to see other topics, let us know down below. Comment, send us a message, whatever, and we'll get back to it.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Make sure, yeah, because we got over 200,000 views on YouTube, and most of you guys, like 90% of you guys, aren't subscribed. So do us a solid.
We appreciate it, guys. Remember that an act of rebellion is to question.
Peace out, guys.